So now we go back to Quran, because human beings have no other authentic way of knowing who they are, because their minds and senses are limited, because my eyes, ears can only see, observe things which I can actually see, and my mind can analyze that information, but it can't get to something which the senses have no idea, or there's no other way to access that. So we are left for then one source, that is called revelation, and that is the Quran is revelation. Sometimes you use this word when you hear something new you didn't know, because you say, oh, it's a revelation for me. Revelation for meaning, if the Quran does not, it's actually revelation, and it doesn't light that lamp, then you have no, it's not a revelation for you. You treat it like other book. So every part of it is it's a new revelation, new discovery, new thing. So now you have understood the 5 things, and you have also understood the 5 entities of human beings as well. So we mentioned knowing my identity, knowing myself, knowing my creator, knowing the creation, knowing my purpose, and knowing how to achieve that purpose. So you can use the word identity, you can use the word knowing, you can use the word need. And then I mentioned the human being has 5 elements, 5 components: the body, the mind, the heart, the soul, and the spirit. So this is. Now, as you know, this body came later. So firstly, this spirit was created. Now we go back thousands and millions and billions many years ago, even before that, when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala Jalla wa ala. Now this is the interesting part to know. This can enlighten yourself to know yourself. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala Jalla wa ala created first time yours and mine spirit. First time we said kun, and there they are, the spirits are created. Millions, billions, I don't know how much number. Now because they were creation, and they didn't know why they were created, they were also a creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Mine and your was there. So Allah Jalla Majduhu has created many other creation, but this was a special creation He created. So He let the spirit, the ruh, the arwah, observe where they are, because all the spirit, actually they have eyes, all the spirit is eye itself. Very powerful. They can absorb knowledge very quickly, understand things very quickly. Very powerful entity. So they were living in a different world. Obviously Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created them. The alamul arwah, the world of spirits, meaning actually the heavenly world, where there is arsh of Allah, where there is throne of Allah, where there is kursi of Allah, where there is sidratul muntaha, where there is jannatul ma'wa, where there is jannatul khuld, where there is the paradisal kingdom. Now these kingdoms are not like a paradise like we think. For example, one stacked upper and the other one. It's not like that. It's more like the universe which you see. And you see, for example, this galaxy is 300 million light years away. And it's a very big galaxy. We don't know. We can't even get to Mars. That side actually going there up to now. Leaving solar system is going to other galaxies at the moment out of question. But those which are very, very distant, so those galaxies will have their own millions of solar systems. And then there's another galaxy 300 billion light years away, for example. And it's so big. Paradise is something like this. There's a vast actually spread in another world, not this world. This is just dunya. Still we are talking about. That is above, but it is, I'm just giving you this example. You can understand that it's not like you're going from London to Manchester, from Africa to America and things like this. Not. It's completely total different and further away. That's why in one of the hadiths Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam mentioned that when a person who living in a paradise of his own, when he will see other people paradise, he will see like stars only. It will seem like a star. So like the galaxical world. So it's like this. So you have to, because in this, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in the Quran, Inna fi khalqis samawati wal ard wa ikhtilafil layli wal nahar. In the creation of heaven and earth, there's sign. And one of the sign is that it gives you actually the signs of paradise, that how paradise is like. The fruits and the pleasures which we have in this dunya are like samples, like a watered down baby sample of the real paradise, the real pleasure. Galaxical world, this universe is also, you may say, a watered down version of how the paradisal kingdoms will be actually even more further away, billions light years away from each other even, but they have worlds by itself. So it is such a series. So the spirit, the arwah, they were observing that vast kingdoms. And then they also saw angels that they are worshiping. Angels are doing their own kind of worship. They only know what they are doing. So when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created Sayyidina Adam alayhi salam, he asked angel to mention names of things, and they said, we do not know, we only know. So there's indication that they only know what Allah has told them. If Allah has told them about water, they don't know about, for example, fire. They won't know about other things. They're only about. But human being, Allah created that He taught him everything. He can know. So maybe whatever duty they assigned, they only know about that. They don't know about other things. The angel of rizq know about rizq. The angel who is looking for good deeds, they know about that. So when they were asked to name things generically, they didn't know. Because they were only masters of their own field. Whilst Adam alayhi salam was actually different. So now imagine visualize yourself, you are there, you are looking at the vast kingdom of paradise, angels, Arsh of Allah, heavens, the arwah of Anbiya and other things, that Allah knows what else you see there. So obviously you are creation, you see all these things and you make some sense out of it. Oh, they are wonderful things. The one who have created us is a wonderful being. I like to know more about him. And they see then the beautiful angels, beautiful hoods, and the big kingdoms, etc. The arwah are fascinated. They are observing for many years, let's say. Now one time comes, ek waqt aa gaya. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala addresses them. Oh, they are fully attentive. They're called. The other creation is addressed. Everyone is addressed. A call comes from the Creator. Now here is what I'm teaching you, to know yourself. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala calls. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala Jalla Majduhu, firstly I'm interpreting, then I will mention the verses over there. Says that, now look, have you seen the kingdoms, different places where I have created you? The angels have seen it, the spirits have seen it. Have you, meaning it's as though being asked to them, have you seen the heavenly kingdom? The angels are worshipping Allah, the mighty throne of Allah, the closeness of Allah, the lights and the anwar of the tajalliyat of Allah, the big, you can't say universe, but actually you may say big kingdom of heaven, big than any galaxy and whole of this universe. And those vast kingdoms and the pleasures in there which we cannot imagine, even though, you see, if we talk about the technological advancement with a person who lived 200 years ago, they can't make any sense out of it. And still we are discovering new things, new technologies, new things are coming up. What to say about the heavenly kingdom, which is also, you may say, further and further actually renewing itself. So it's mind-boggling that even this world, we have a model of phone or car every 6 months, 1 year. So wahan, you're looking at your palace and you blink and it's so you're fascinated, it's completely different thing, captivates, you just keep on looking. You look at your heavenly wife, Ur, in the blink of an eye, she is many times more beautiful. You can't take your eyes off the palace or thing, fascinated. Imagine, so because there the models do not come after 6 months, 1 year, it's a blink an eye. Blink an eye, and there is, because these models and things which come on this face of the earth, they are doing of human mind, brain. It's just work of the brain, human brain. And brain is a small entity created by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is work of a 5-6 pound, 5 brain. And the limitation it have. Now imagine about the knowledge, the power of Allah Jalla Majduhu, who have given brains to and minds to billions and billions and billions of angels and creation, and to the animal kingdom, to the heavenly kingdom, to the human, to the jinnat. Imagine about you. It's just actually like the screen shuts off. That's how the mind actually just blocks. When you think about the greatness of Allah. So that's why it is said, Allahu Akbar. Meaning, Allah is greater than whatever you think. It's not saying, you are not comparing Allah is greater than this world, Allah is greater than my house, Allah is greater than this. No, Allahu Akbar means that He is infinitely greater. So you can't compare Him. Whatever you think, He is beyond. Whatever you think, He is beyond. Whatever you think, He is beyond.